Hi there students. This video is about words that mean to mix two things or more things together, to combine them to make one thing. So we have amalgamate, to combine, to mingle, to fuse, to meld, to merge, and to conflate. Okay, so to merge, to combine two things together to form a single entity. I think you could probably use that description for all of these words. But let's see, to merge has the idea of to combine gradually, slowly, so that the two things that you are merging, or the two things that are merging, are slowly become indistinguishable. For example, the road was 3 lanes and the 3 lanes merged into 2 lanes, yeah? Or there was a side road and the traffic coming from the side road merged, joined into the main road. Okay. Notice we also use this word to merge, a merger, in a business context. A merger is when two companies that are more or less the same size join together to form a single company. Okay, so to merge. Two political parties could merge together, could join together. Okay. Notice with the business merger, if one company is much bigger than the other, then it's a takeover. But if it's two more or less the same size, they merge together. Okay, yes, so this comes from Latin, mergery, to dip or to immerse in. So I think one thing is immersed in the other and then they become indistinguishable. To fuse, again, to mix or to join two things together. But with fuse, I have the idea that with heat, they are melted so that they join together. Okay, so when you fuse things, more generally, I have the idea of heat to make them liquid and then you can mix them together. So, for example, nuclear fusion is where the nucleuses of 2 hydrogen atoms, for example, fuse, they join together to become one. Okay, so to fuse, to join together, but with the idea of heat. This comes from the Latin fundere, meaning to melt. Notice as well, a bomb could have a fuse. Okay, it's a piece, a thing to give you some time to light the fuse and get away before it explodes. You could also have a fuse in a plug or a fuse in an electrical system, which is a piece of wire that melts when the current is too high to stop an overload in the system. Notice the fuse melts as well. Okay, to meld, to combine together, to join together again. With meld, I have the idea of doing this very slowly and gently. Yeah, I'm not beating them together very hard. I'm mixing them very slowly and gently. I'm blending them. Yeah, I'm blending them so that they combine to form one thing. I think in many places the UK is changing. It's becoming a meld of different cultures. The different cultures are merging. Okay, but not with great force, just gently and slowly over time. Okay, to mingle. To mingle is to mix, and again, slowly and gently, not with great force. You are combining two different things. So I mingled the egg with the potato. Notice most often we use this verb to mingle, meaning when you are at a party or a social function and you move around and you talk to different people, to various people, okay, you are mingling. So you arrive at the party and you mingle, you talk to different people that you know or don't know. You mix with them. Okay, the next word is amalgamate. And the noun an amalgam. An amalgam is a mixture of two things. With amalgamate, I have the idea of converting two entities and putting them together into one. For example, we have a natural history museum which is completely separate but joined in the land to a zoo. We could amalgamate the two, join them together to make one thing. Maybe a company could amalgamate the sales department and the marketing department of a company, merge together into a single unit. Notice an amalgam is, or was, a mixture of mercury with some other metal to make it either harder or softer, and they used to use this to fill holes in your teeth. And I think the idea of using mercury for fillings sounds terrible to me. Okay, so it's an amalgam, a mixture of mercury with something else, these two metals mixed together. But to amalgamate, to take two separate units and put them together, or more, into one thing. This record amalgamates various different styles of music. Okay, this word comes from Greek, from malagma. Okay, a malagma is an emollient. It's something that makes your skin softer, or makes people calmer and less aggressive, or less resistant to something. And then we have this word to combine. To combine two things into a single unit again. Sounds like amalgamate to me. But notice, two people could combine for a common purpose. So to combine, to unite, to do something together, to combine your efforts, to combine forces. Why don't we combine forces and see if we can find a solution to this problem? Notice as well we have a noun, a combine, which is various people or various companies joined together for commercial purposes. And notice the stress patterns. To combine, but a combine. Okay, so in the verb to combine, the stress is on the second word, bind, combine. Whereas with the noun, a combine, the stress is on the first syllable, on the com, a combine. Okay, so it's one of these examples where the verb has a different stress pattern to the noun. Okay, finally we have to conflate. Again, to conflate is to put two things together, but most commonly to conflate is used for texts, for information. So to collate information and put it all into one document. He conflated the information from many different sources to make his report. They say that nowadays you can use this word to conflate, meaning to confuse two things, to confuse one thing with another. And I was thinking about this. For example, clover. I don't know if you remember the four-leaf clover I found the other day. It's of the family Trifolium. But people generally conflate all clovers into one group, and they think they are one type of plant. Yeah, they have conflated them, but it's not true. There are hundreds of different types. Yeah, and then from that, maybe they are confusing one with another. Okay, so there you go. What about formality? Well, let's see. To mingle, I would say, is neutral, slightly informal. To combine, completely neutral. To amalgamate, neutral, but maybe a little bit formal. It sounds business-like. It's the sort of thing I'd want to write in a business document. To meld is neutral. This word sounds slightly poetic, slightly literary. And again, I would say it's neutral formality. To fuse, to join together with heat, neutral formality. To merge is neutral, and then this verb to conflate. To conflate is quite unusual, and I would give this maybe a 6, 6.5 on the formality scale. It's not a word that most native speakers would use. And notice all of these are regular verbs. So let's go through it again. To merge, to join two things together. The traffic merged into one. But slowly, so eventually they are indistinguishable. To fuse, to join together, particularly with heat. To meld, to blend or combine slowly different cultures. To mingle, to mix together slowly with small amounts. To combine, this is the basic word, to join together different things into a single unit. But we could combine our efforts to find a solution. Amalgamate, I have the idea of joining two entities or two specific things and making them into one. So they amalgamated the different departments. And then we have this word to conflate, which is normally to join two texts or two different pieces of information into one. But you can do that with ideas, with texts, with other things as well. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Amalgamate, combine, mingle, meld, fuse, merge, and conflate. That makes 7. Bye for now.